Hey guys, my name is Miranda and welcome to my universe. Today we are going to be talking about Carrie, both the book by Stephen King and the 2002 movie. So I read the book first, Carrie by Stephen King. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the book itself, my thoughts, my feelings, kind of like a mini review of the book, and then I'm going to talk about the movie, not the original movie. There are two different movies that were made for Carrie, but I watched the newest one, and then we're going to compare the two, and I'm going to share with you guys which one was better, my thoughts and feelings of it both, and what I think you guys should do if it's worth reading or if the movie is worth watching. Also, this video is going to be spoiler free, so none of you guys have to worry about me giving away anything. Whether you've seen the movie, read the book, or haven't done either, you're totally chillin'. All right, Carrie by Stephen King. This is the first novel Stephen King ever published, which I think is super cool. I have been anticipating reading this book for so long, so I'm glad that I did. It's a fairly short read. It only took me about 3 to 4 days to finish it. I really enjoyed that, especially because a lot of King's books tend to take me a really long time to get through. In this story, we follow around our main character, Carrie, who actually has telekinetic abilities, and she is under constant control of her very religious mother. And so we follow Carrie around as she goes through her senior year. We only follow the events of 1 week, and that is her senior prom week. I really liked this book overall. I do think that the plot itself definitely could have been made way more complex, especially because we're talking about Stephen King here, and he tends to make a lot of things complex. But with this story, I feel like he definitely stayed on the very simple side. We just followed one storyline. There wasn't a whole lot of character development besides Carrie, our main character. The rest of the characters we don't really get to know very well. He tends to be very character heavy, very plot heavy, and this one was just kind of like, oh, here are some characters, this is what happens, let's follow them on this journey, which, you know, I totally don't mind. I just think it was kind of odd. It's not what I was expecting from a Stephen King book. Not super scary. It is pretty gory though. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars just because I really did like it and I really did enjoy it. I just think that Stephen King, compared to his other works, he could have definitely done so much more with what he gave us. Now, the 2002 movie, on the other hand, let's talk about the movie. Movie, Carrie, was terrible. Like, I'm not just talking about like, oh, you know, it's a good movie, the book is just better. Like, no, you don't understand. This movie was a train wreck. If I was somebody who was just watching the movie and was seeing if they wanted to read the book, I wouldn't read the book afterwards. The movie was so painful to watch, and my mom asked me if the book was painful to read, and it literally wasn't. The book was so fun. I had such a good time reading it, but the movie took all the fun out of a movie experience. The movie was 2 hours. 2 hours and like 7 minutes or something like that. It dragged these events out so long, and I felt like it was so unnecessary. The acting was okay. It was one of those movies where it's like half of the cast are amazing actors and the other half of the cast you're just kind of like, what are you doing with your face right now? The movie itself literally looks like it was made in the 1990s or the 1980s. And so I'm just confused because I don't know if the 2002 movie was made to follow exactly what the original movie looked like. And this is why I wish I would have watched the original movie, because then I could actually accurately compare the book to the first movie adaptation. But because I watched the second movie adaptation, I really have a hard time doing that because I don't know if the second movie adaptation was drawing more from the book or the first movie adaptation. I really hope I'm making sense. My brain is exploding right now. I will say, however, the movie did a great job sticking with the book. In fact, some lines that characters said were exactly word for word what was said in the book. So I really did appreciate that. I just wish the way that the movie was executed would have been done done cleaner. But I think the one thing that made me the most upset about the 2002 adaptation would be the ending, because it is completely different from the book. In order to not spoil, I'm not going to tell you exact details, but I'm going to try to be super vague. I totally understood why Stephen King made the ending of Carrie the way that he did. And having the movie do something completely different that changed basically everything about the ending made me pretty mad. Like, Stephen King was trying to prove a point. When he does anything, when he writes anything, he's trying to prove a point. And to take one of the biggest plot points in the book, Carrie, and to flip it upside down, like, why? Why did you have to do that? And it's not like them mixing up the ending did anything positive for them. They literally could have easily executed the same ending that the book had. And I think that's just what makes me the most upset, because sometimes I understand why directors switch things up and change things, like if they have a reason for doing so. But this movie, they could have easily stuck to the book's ending. And I want to know why they changed it. Like, why did they think it was necessary? I just don't want to spoil anything. So we'll leave it at that. Compared to each other, the book is 100% better. It doesn't even come close. If you want to read Stephen King, Carrie is an excellent book to start with. It literally is his first book, and it was a very light read, very easy to get through, and it's creepy. So, like, what more are you looking for, But the movie, just, no. No. Please read the book. You don't need to watch the movie. I don't know if the first movie adaptation is way better or not. Maybe one of these days I will watch it, and maybe I will update you guys. But until then, please pick this book up. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you all. Please be safe, make good choices, and I will definitely see you next time. Bye!